All right. Good morning, everybody. So today, welcome to another edition of Retail Happenings with Tim. So today, our guest is engineer Lam Yok Yi, associate prop lead, a property management firm here in Malaysia, as well as he's the past vice president of PPK Malaysia, which is the Malaysian Shopping Mall Association, and current research lead for the Malaysian Shopping Mall Association as well. Lam, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so basically, let's jump right into it. Your thoughts on the current MCO and its effects on our retail market, please.
Yeah, actually, probably this is some of my thoughts and observation throughout this. This probably is the third week, entering into the fourth week of this MCO. So, despite the whole gloomy ambience, I think let's talk about something slightly more positive lah. I think this is what some positivity that we need to inject into the sentiment now to keep ourselves moving and cheer ourselves up lah. So one thing is very interesting is actually we should look at the what happened to the consumers. I think consumers all of a sudden getting very pumped up. So in like engaging themselves into online purchases. So, which some of the people in the past may be very skeptical. They never thought that they would ever need to do that. And then they would never ever thought that the things that they used to buy ended up now having, they have been compelled to buy online. A great example is never in the past many years, people have believed in buying fruits online. They always thought that you just go to the shop and choose that you can get the best and whatnot like that. So now this situation has compelled them to do that, like it or not. So and then they have to forego the thought that they always had that fruits must be chosen, chosen by themselves and select off the shelf. So now they just have to believe from what they see from the photograph. So and then they just have to believe in the organization or the online shop that they buy, rely on the reviews, and then just what the hell, just it's a 25 ringgit for a box of fruits. Give it a go. I'll give it a try. So same thing goes to vegetables and whatnot. So it has never become so compelling for them because people used to be able to have accessibility to the convenience shop or the grocers. So now, because of the roadblocks everywhere and because of the control of the traffic, people find it very, just to avoid the kind of annoyance stopped by policemen. So they say, what the hell, so just go and buy online, maybe feel slightly happier. Now, so that has a large population suddenly believed in online shopping already. So that is what happens to the consumers. So, and then where else the reaction from because when your consumers started to buy things online, that has triggered changes and transformation in the upper stream. Correct? So then now, the suppliers, because they used to be able to supply through the conventional supply chain, goes to the distributor goes to the retailer, yada, go to the hypermarket, whatnot. And then now, even the hypermarkets is now got stranded, all right? So like Giants, they are limiting 1 hour, half an hour for 100 people, NSK, long queue and whatnot like that. So then the suppliers or even the farmers, they needed multiple omni-channels so that they can reach out to the community. So then they have no choice, but then again, under this kind of circumstances, it has compelled them to have to move away from their conventional model into online. So suddenly now, farmers or even the suppliers, they have to figure out a way to learn things overnight. To say that, God damn it, how am I going to deliver this bundle of perishable fruits? And then now every day is like a battle. They have to read news like a share market, like day trader. They have to see how the share market move like that, almost like that. So, but except this time, the farmer and supplier have to see what is the government control, what is the time that allow them to deliver. So then they have to maneuver around. Then they said, okay, morning we pluck the fruits from the tree, or that we get it from the garden, and then we pack it in what time, and then we have to find the right timing. Then we go to the market and deliver to the people. And then it is like almost like a ninja squad also, you know. It's like, oh, so the large truck attracts attention, smaller cars, you know, like a family owned like that. So they've been going around and distribute stuff like that. So then that has become very exciting lah, per se. Okay, of course, I mean there are some sad part of the story where some supplies really got interrupted, and then some people are really in a distress along the supply chain. So, but then nevertheless, let's look at the bright side lah. So now logistic also has never ever become so important. All right. So thank God, we all of a sudden towards this part of the decade and this century, then we have allowed this Grab, Panda, this kind of facilities that are coming along. So they really become like the blood vessels of the whole city that is under the semi-lockdown circumstances. Keep the blood flowing between the supplier to the consumers. And then that actually these are the bunch of the unsung heroes I would say. Right. So like it or not, they are also risking their life, risking their wellness, so to make a living through delivering these goods from one hand to the other end. So then in a way I think it's good because it keeps the economy moving a bit. All right. So also it has made the entire logistic has a new paradigm shift in terms of the quantum. People started to believe in it, so they buy. People believe in it, therefore they supply. So then the online side, the people's confidence level has, like it or not, they have to just start to believe in it. So it's like you have to believe that you paid this 30 ringgit, and then you have to believe that the goods will be delivered to you. Now, so of course, during this period of time, there will be some people who abuse the system. Like earlier, people have collected some deposit upfront to order masks. All right, but ended up, they were all bogus. Actually, they were lies. So then I also hope that this situation is not going to go further. So then when people started to learn and getting more secure. So the rule of thumb is still talking about people has to believe. I also have to have reliable resources so to complete their sales. As in like the brick and mortar shops. Mortar shops.
Yeah.
Okay, so the brick and mortar shops, of course, there are some very sad situations. There are some very interesting situations. So I think the sad things, let's not talk about it too much. So I think there are many people has been singing about it already. So I would see the bright side of it is actually, again, so shop, the F&B outlets who had never had so much takeout. All of a sudden they said, oh, God damn it, the order so much already. So they have to cope with it. So I've spoken to some. For example, I've been seeing some shopping malls, some outfit, long queue in front of Sushi King. Also long queue in front of Texas Chicken, long queue in front of Secret Recipe, whatnot like that. So, and then the queue is actually mixed, all right? Some of the queue is actually by the consumers who want to just drop by and take out and just go. And then the other queue is actually the queue prepared for the deliverers, all right? So the Grab food drivers and the Food Panda guys. So then I even seen one outfit in Star Avenue, the Texas Chicken. The Sushi King. Even trouble to mark some seats outside of the corridor so that the Grab drivers will go down there and sit, and then they also have been kept about 1 or 2 meters away. So
Yeah.
so it is a new thing. It had never happened before.
Okay.
So and then like the same thing I've seen some retailers like Texas Chicken, where you can queue up to buy your food, but then they also have food tables and chairs, so just to keep you aware that you are supposed to stand a certain distance away. Okay, so then this conventional F&B, suddenly they have close to zero or literally no dine-in. So then they have to convert all their sales in terms of like a takeout. So that has again, triggered a new format of modularizing your food product into a takeaway version. And then also suddenly that is for the mainstream F&B lah. And then another interesting observation that I've seen is also a very exciting thing that I would see is a happy thing. So on the day one of this MCO, so hawker centers by the coffee shops, all right, mom and pops, uncle, auntie, those old grandfather, grandmother, char kway teow, and wanton mee and whatnot. All of a sudden, business as usual. They are still doing the same thing over and over again, just like how they have been doing it for the past 20, 30 years. Except this time, I see a slight relief in their eyes that they don't have to worry about remembering to dish out the order to what table and a guy wearing what shirt and then whatnot, right? So all they have to do is just concentrate, packing, making their noodles, and then the queues are just lined up outside the hawker centers. All right. So you got your order, then you get out. All right. So I'm not too sure actually does that make their life easier, which I think I've always think that this might be a good thing for them because you see what happened in the hawker industry, just sideline a bit. The biggest challenge is actually these old folks, they are good at cooking their products, right? But it's just that because of the manpower, because of the way that we structured our labor, the labor foreign workers, and then, succession plan in this industry. So small petty hawkers who does very good food, they always have a problem of having, after they cook, they have to deliver to the customer on the table. That little logistics always compelled them to hire foreigners, hire some people, and then they couldn't get these people, ended up it's very hard for them to complete the sales, right? So, but now having this new scheme and new ambient where people started to accept the fact that they can queue and they can just go to the hawker and ask, auntie, I want a kway teow. So then the auntie just finish and then you pay the money and they go away. Now, so you take away the most addict part of the hawker business. Okay, so that could trigger something in the future. I'm not too sure, but it is just like suddenly uncle auntie also take order online. They also realize that Grab can deliver their food. So that is something very exciting lah. And then also these hawkers who had usually doesn't have the boxes where they want to prepare the food at dabao one. So now they have to start to order this because they realize that having this facility, the disposable chopsticks and then the disposable packs rather than a usual plastic bag, people can order, take away, and then they can eat at their car and whatnot. So that will also become a slight difference between why people want to buy wanton mee from here and buy wanton mee from the other, compared to the others. So that's you see the differences lah. Am I talking too much? You want question to ask?
Just before we jump on, because we're coming up to the end of our time, what do you think after this MCO will affect the shopping malls? Do you think people will come back quickly, or do you think people will stay away for a bit longer?
Yeah, that is a mixed situation. I think we have to look at it from two portions now. One is actually talking about the recovery of the economy. Okay, in order for you to go shopping, definitely your pocket needs to have some money. Okay, that's for sure. So depends how fast and how much cash that the shoppers now from each band of the income group has. The B40, M40, and the top 20. So how much money left right after the MCO? All right. So as long as the pocket still have money, so I think actually touch your heart, close your eyes, ask yourself, what do you really want to do right after the MCO? Your idea is immediately come to your mind is you don't want to stay home, isn't it?
Right.
God damn it, you want to leave the house, isn't it? All right. So that is the moment where you say that finally I really wanted to go back to the same shopping center at which I always drive there and had a cup of coffee there while waiting for my spouse to do the grocery shopping and then enjoy the sunshine under the alfresco. Okay? So I think definitely because shopping is in the blood of the Malaysian, it is part and parcel of our lifestyle. So you can never take away an experience of shopping journey So take that part away from the hearts of the people. So I don't see it is going to affect or the market to get acclimatized, to get adjusted to this experience of online and brick and mortar. How do they work together and spin off a new ways of shopping lah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thanks. Okay, I think we're out,
Okay.
out of time. But thanks so much for your insights. Definitely, I think our viewers will be very, very interested. And if they have any more questions or they personally would like to understand a little more, how can they contact you?
Yeah, I think they just drop a question at your channel lah. So then probably then you can update me. Yeah. So I didn't know this is pre-recorded. Otherwise, then I could have combed my hair already. Yeah.
No problem.
The barber shops are closed, brother.
Yeah, correct. So thanks so much, Lam. I think we'll definitely catch up more. I think there's a lot more to discuss. But
okay.
time for today. So I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
All right.